Hello, gamers, and welcome back to the Warframe Iron Man Dojo Chronicles, the show where I farm up resources for my Warframe Iron Man account's dojo. Our current objective is going to be the Hema, in which we need to farm mutagen samples. We ended last week with 1,695 mutagen samples, and this week we're going to be starting with 1,704. This week we're running a double resource drop chance booster, and we'll be farming Terrarim, which is a survival on Deimos on Steel Path. I'll be answering any questions you guys may have left for me last week, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Our first question is going to be, is there any grinds you found more enjoyable because you did it on the Iron Man? How about less enjoyable / rewarding? What if I was just really sappy and I said, all of the grinds on the Iron Man have been more enjoyable? No, that's a shit answer in all honesty. Although it is true, grinding on the Iron Man account has been so much more enjoyable than ever playing on my main. That's why it gets fucking neglected like a little goblin. I just, something about making content through this account, and you know, now that I'm live streaming it too, it makes it all way more enjoyable. To answer it specifically though, because I don't want to just have a blanket answer, a little boring answer. One of the grinds that was really more enjoyable was actually Citrine. We did the Citrine grind really early on the account, and that was probably some of the most fun I had on the account because, you know, starting fresh and doing something that is so scary like the Citrine grind was really, really fun. A lot of the earlier grinds, too, were pretty enjoyable, especially because at that point, anything we were doing was powering up the account so much. But Citrine in specific, it really, I had to, like, really buckle in. That was probably the first time that I had to really do anything crazy, because before then it was like Bite, but Bite was, I don't want to talk about it. That shit sucked at the end of the day, and I would not recommend anybody else do it. It's terrible. But that one was really fun. As for the opposite end of the spectrum, stuff that's less enjoyable, my mind immediately gravitates towards two things. The first, we'll just get out of the way, is relics. Oh my fucking god, do I hate the relic system now that I'm playing on a solo account. It really is just so terrible for specifically solo play, which is my own fault, because it's the three parts, right? It's getting the Aya, then it's getting void traces, and then it's trying to get lucky. Now, the third one, getting lucky, that's just against me. I feel like I get so unlucky and I go over odds all the time. Maybe that's not true. Maybe it's just anecdote. And wow, I can't fucking say that word, but you know what I was trying to say. Maybe it's just a bit of a placebo, I guess, where, you know, I think I'm super unlucky. But take that out of the equation. Let's walk it back a little bit now. Getting Aya, I mean, that's just, I'm stuck in Cetus all the time, which, like, that, honestly, not even a problem. It's alright. But then that second step, getting void traces. For the longest time on this account, getting void traces was cock and ball torture. We can only get 30 if we're lucky, which is the maximum that can drop. I rarely get resource boosters, other than the double drop chance, but, you know, that doesn't help void traces. It was so bad. I mean, now it's kind of a solved issue, because if we get lucky and there's a void cascade, we can just crank out, like, an easy 300 in, like, 30 minutes, and that's a blessing, honestly. But the amount of time it takes to just get Aya, get the void traces to refine them, because I have to get the gold pieces, I want the best chance for it, and then getting lucky and getting the piece, it takes like 10 hours or some ridiculous shit per prime if I'm not getting lucky. So that, and then the second one I want to talk about is the adversary system. I've already collected all of the weapons once, so going through and collecting them for the second time is just such a slog. It is a lot better these days with the Requiem skips, or the fact that you can buy the ultimatums every week. We just keep stockpiling those. Eventually, we're just going to be able to just summon our Lich whenever we get our words and just, go up against the wall and break that shit down through brute force. But I really want a good stockpile for that. Otherwise, it's just the adversary system. Rolling the weapon sucks cock. Getting the weapon sucks cock. And then we're going to have to, if we get to the point where we have all of the adversary weapons that I want to keep, which is like actually up and coming. I think there's one more that I want to keep, which is the Kuva Grattler. We're going to get to the point where I'm going to be getting adversary weapons, like the Kuva Carrick, for example, where I have no desire in keeping a permanent slot for the fucking Kuva Carrick. So I'm going to get that thing to level 40, which is going to take a lot of time leveling, because leveling on the account is also pretty cheeks. Only to just spend 5 forma in the thing and then dump it. And that's when it's going to be terrible. But even now that we're only getting weapons that we're going to use, it's still cheeks. But one day, it'll be the worst. But behind the Prime Resurgence, that will forever be the bane of my existence. But those are the unrewarding things, and then the rewarding aspect of the Warframe Iron Man has just been anything early, really, but mainly the citrine grind is the one that always comes to mind. Up next, our second question is going to be, will you ever make exceptions for certain weapons or frames that are annoying to grind for? No, I'll be making no exceptions for any weapons or warframes. The reason for this is because I kind of started this account with the whole goal of just doing everything again. And part of that is grinding up the warframes and weapons that are oh so ass. We've got up and coming. I think the only 2 weapons that I'm like, oh goodness, that I can think of even are like the the Carmine Penta and the Spectre Vandal, because I don't enjoy Railjack. Eventually, I'm gonna do that though. I'm gonna grind it out that way. As for warframes, we're already past the point of all of the hard ones, really. To put it into perspective, we are missing 6 warframes to grind up. Base ones, not primes. And the rest of the ones we have left are really easy to get. So, we've come this far. It would be quite a tragedy, I think, to start making exceptions now. And honestly, we're 73 episodes in. I'm so hell-bent on my path of just doing it all with the restrictions I've set on myself, and never opening them up or being more lenient to myself, because it's nice. Masochism be damned, right? I just enjoy it. I enjoy the worst grinds. They're really funny. I get to make the content on them from that perspective. Getting shafted, it pisses me off, but it also gives me giggly, because I don't know, it's not something I'm ever gonna do. We're gonna grind up everything like real gamers around here, and if it sucks ass like like the Carmine Penta and the Spectre Vandal will be, well, that's just what the Warframe Iron Man's got to deal with. And going even further, actually, you only mentioned warframes and weapons, but I'm going to be this way about mods as well. We're going to be getting all of the mods at some point, and I am farming those up. All of the arcanes I'm going to farm up from their respective sources once. Full extremes here. And no, we won't be trading. The trading chat scares me. Our final question for today is going to be, how do you go about deciding what updates or new content are worth covering and making a video about? As far as I'm concerned, all content is worth covering and making a video about. To an extent. I think for the first time we play a game mode or we do something, it's always going to be included in the Warframe Iron Man, just because I want to cover everything with my series. But once we've shown something, I think that subsequent showings of it, great example, again, going back to the Lich system. I think going through and getting a Kuva Lich for the first time is something that I want to document and I want to have in the series. But going forward, I'm not going to include the whole process of getting every single Kuva Lich from this point on. And pretty much just apply that to everything. If it's new, we're going to cover it. If we haven't done it on the Iron Man, we're going to cover it. Which works out wonderfully for me because this game has a lot of stuff to cover and talk about. I mean, all of the rare stuff, all of the items, we're going to try to get them all here on the Warframe Iron Man. So there's literally a bunch of things that I got to cover still in the future, which is just oh so awesome. The gift that keeps on giving, baby. But that's pretty much my philosophy. Everything is going to get shown off at least once, and then subsequent runs, we're not going to show those, and then it's pretty much just trying to acquire everything from every piece of content in the game that we can do. And that's kind of my thought process behind picking what's worth making a video about. Alrighty, but let's go ahead and wrap this up. We managed to get a total of 346 mutagen samples today, bringing us to a total of 2,050. But gamers, that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Warframe Iron Man Dojo Chronicles. If you like this one, leave a like. If you disliked it, you can do that too. I upload to the Warframe Iron Man Dojo Chronicles every Thursday at 1 p.m. PST, and I upload to the main series every Tuesday at 1 p.m. PST. If you found this one and aren't caught up to the Warframe Iron Man series or don't know what it's about, I have a link in the description below, which is a playlist to all of the main series episodes for you. Consider checking that out if you haven't already. For next week's episode, if you have any questions you'd like to have me answer, leave them in the comments below. But until next time, gamers, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.